Namaskar दोस्तों, a very warm welcome to all of you once again to this wonderful podcast show My Power Brand. हम अभी तक इस पॉडकास्ट शो में बहुत से अलग अलग अनूठे लोगों के साथ हमने इंटरव्यू किया है. We have had the opportunity to have different kind of personalities, celebrities, people who have been eminent personalities in different fields, including successful business owners, successful business mentors, very senior bureaucrats and very senior, people from the public life as well. And it is an honor today to be able to welcome somebody who is from a different kind of fraternity, a very interesting person. A very warm welcome to Shetty, who heads this unique business called Rupee Boss. तो सबसे पहला सवाल जो सबके मन में आपके लिए आता होगा शेट्टी सर कि ये रुपी बॉस जो है वो क्या है और आप कैसे इस बिजनेस में या इस तरह के इस फ्रेटर्निटी में कैसे आप जुड़े, कैसे आए आप इस पर्टिकुलर सेगमेंट में?
एक्चुअली रुपी बॉस स्टार्ट करने से पहले मैं सेम डोमेन में था, which was into distribution of MSME loans. So I worked there for about 20 years. Then I understood that there is a huge potential in this business where MSMEs are looking for funding all the time, and they need funding at the affordable cost, and sometimes they need a funding which is adequate for their businesses, and it should be cost effective too, right? And giving them choice is important, right? And giving them on time is important. If you do not get sufficient money on a with a tight deadline, then only that money will be of use to the MSMEs. If they miss the deadline, then obviously they will lose a lot of business too. And obviously, in India, credit gap for MSMEs is very huge. I think in a way it's a huge opportunity too for this industry. So that's how we built a large team in this space now.
Absolutely. So I think he has actually really struck the hammer to the right nail, because जब हम बात करते हैं MSMEs की, जब हम बात करते हैं छोटे उद्योगों की, तो सबसे बड़ा जो उनका पेन पॉइंट होता है वो फाइनेंस होता है. It is always said it's always about money. So when people talk about, when the small businesses talk about growing in their businesses, the biggest challenge that they face is actually financing. And there, if we have organizations like Rupee Boss, they can play a very important role in really fulfilling this particular gap which is there, which is the credit gap which is there in the MSME segment as such. तो एक बहुत अनोखा सवाल, एक बहुत स्वाभाविक सवाल सबके मन में आता है कि हम कैसे डिफरेंट हैं. लाइक रूपी बॉस एज अ लोन सर्विस प्रोवाइडर, हाउ इज इट डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द अदर लोन सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स, और ऐसा क्या क्या है जो हम डिफरेंट प्रोवाइड करते हैं?
I think I tell my team it is too good to be true. I'll tell you why. So let's assume that you are an MSME, you need financing. So you may end up going to one or two banks or NBFCs, but you're not sure whether that bank is good for you in terms of rate of interest, loan amount, turnaround time. So what we do is we represent MSMEs. We create competition on your behalf with the banks and NBFCs. I'll put up a proposal in say 2 to 3 different banks and tell them that his customers applied in 2-3 different places. Whoever gives him the best deal, he will go with that bank or NBFC.
That's good.
And that too, and we have experienced people in the same domain, and we will give you doorstep service, and it is free of cost because we are anyway paid by the banks and NBFCs for our services. And for the MSMEs, most 90% of the time, the service comes to them free of cost. Doorstep service, experienced person from say 5 to 10 years of experience in the same domain, and banks competing amongst them to get you as a customer. So as an MSME, what more you want?
So excellent. He's saying that it is not only about the best kind of service, it is also about the price at which the service is provided to you. It is also about in what turnaround time you are providing the service to the concerned customer, which in this case, of course, is the MSME. So in all these three counts, they are different. Rupee Boss provides a unique kind of platform to the entire segment of customers. तो इसमें सर एक ऑटोमेटिक सवाल जो सबके मन में आता है, I would like to ask you that what is the total customer size or customer database that you have so far? how many banks totally you have tied up with, and approximately what kind of disbursements happen in a month?
So we are currently averaging more than about 300 crore a month now, and we have serviced more than about 30,000 odd customers. On an average, we meet about 500 customers on the ground in person and work with almost everybody in the country, almost 110 banks and NBFCs. We represent almost everybody, be it foreign banks, private banks, NBFCs, PSU banks, almost everybody in the country. And one good thing is a lot of these MSMEs need unsecured funds without any collateral. We're good at that. We can arrange unsecured loan from say 10 lakhs to even 10 crore in a matter of 10 to 12 days. And we're very good even CGT SME scheme now. Fortunately, a lot of improvement has taken place from government side, city side, even the banks at the bank side. So files are getting sanctioned in 8 to 10 days flat for CGT SME, which used to take about a month before. Now it has come down to almost less than 10 days to give a sanction to a MSME. The important thing is to your paperwork. As long as your paperwork is good, money is not a challenge at all in the country today.
ग्रेट सो दिस इज एक्सेलेंट नाउ अगर आपको अपने बिजनेस में फाइनेंस का रिक्वायरमेंट है और अगर आप चाहते हैं कि जल्दी मिले, अगर आप चाहते हैं कि सस्ते में मिले और अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आपको बेस्ट डील मिले तो डेफिनेटली कम इन कॉन्टैक्ट अस एट रूपी बॉस। तो एक और सवाल जो हमारे सबके मन में आएगा जो हम पूछना चाहेंगे आपसे कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द लॉन्ग टर्म विजन जिसको लेके हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं? क्या लॉन्ग टर्म विजन या लॉन्ग टर्म ड्रीम है आपका जो आपने सोचा है, जो सपना आपने सोचा है रूपी बॉस के बारे में?
I think I tell this to my team every time. As a distributor, we can be as big as a bank. That is possible in this country because there are about 6.63 million MSMEs, and the credit gap is it's in trillions, and the credit demand is huge in the country, and it's not only about giving the MSME owners the loan. We can also look at giving the employees of those MSMEs also loan and their partners, bill discounting. So on an average, each MSME takes 8 to 10 different loans. Sometimes unsecured business loans, sometimes drop line OD, CTT SME loans, working capital loans, bill discounting, loan against shares, used car loan, car refinance. So likewise, there are multiple.
So it is multiple products,
Yeah.
multiple opportunities available, and obviously, what would be your long term goal is of course to probably reach out to millions of them and serve every MSME and every person who's there.
Yeah.
So what is your message, if I was to ask, to the the young generation today, the upcoming MSMEs and the upcoming startups? Do you think that there is an opportunity for everybody to get enough finance and loan and can they move forward?
I think good thing is government has made a lot of digital initiatives, whether it is GST, whether it is banking, whether it is account aggregator framework. Because of all that, getting a loan has become now it's a few days of work. So important thing is you should keep your all compliance accurate. You should pay GST on time, your income tax returns on time, and all the compliances to be taken care of, and your credit score should be taken care of, and your banking. As long as you are getting your entire turnover to the banking channel, based on your cash flow, you can easily get a loan now. I think we are in an interesting time where getting finance is not that big a challenge as long as you are managing your business better and getting entire business in formal banking channels. As long as you do that, I think getting a loan is not that difficult today, and there are people like us who will do hand holding. Even banks and NBFCs are disbursing loans now, so turnaround time has really come down. I think Indians should take more risk and go for the expansion, and that should go for scale now.
So great message for the upcoming MSMEs, the startups, people venturing into new opportunities. Yes, there is a possibility that you will be funded. The opportunities are there. The government has, as you mentioned, a lot of schemes, a lot of initiatives, digital initiatives on part of government. And of course, we are there to take care of you. Your message to your would-be customers? One message for your would-be customers there?
I think
on behalf of Rupee Boss.
Yes, I think take more risk, go for national and international business. There's plenty of business to be done. Be very, very competitive in the marketplace, and increase your distribution network, maybe globally and nationally.
Great. So, in fact, today we already feel that when the moment you think about something, the moment you really start feeling about it, it is as if you have almost achieved it. So today, after talking to Shri P. N. Shetty for the last 15 minutes, we have understood, and the kind of feeling that is there is we already have ample amount of abundance in terms of finance. We all have availability of finance, and I'm sure that all of us be growing together, becoming richer, and being able to really contribute significantly to the overall growth of economy and the society. Thank you so much, Shri P. N. Shetty,
Thank
for
you.
your
Thank you for having me here today.
for being here. Thank you, sir.